Hey there, it's been a while. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll be grateful to you.
The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Daphne and Finn's chance meeting. Steffy betrayed? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers claim that Steffy Forrester Finnegan is employing Daphne Hilaire to turn things around at Forrester Creations. Steffy constantly repeating that no man can resist Daphne. Well, if that is the case, then may Steffy be betrayed when Daphne sets her eyes on the incredibly scrumptious Finn Finnegan? Steffy Forrester Finnegan's Plan B and B spoilers suggest that Steffy has determined that the way to win Forrester Creations back is to break up Carter Walton and Hope Logan. Steffy thinks that the only reason Carter executed this takeover was because Hope forced him to. While Hope is getting a lot from this and surely didn't stop Carter, it was the COO who put all this into motion. It was even his idea to begin with. Steffy feels that Daphne is irresistible. Steffy continues stating that men just can't resist Daphne. That is what Steffy is banking on with Carter. B&B spoilers. Carter Walton dazzled Carter and Hope had a meeting with Daphne regarding a perfume line. Daphne has a new smell and wants to call it Forrester. Carter and Hope were both dazzled by Daphne. However, one being dazzled or finding someone appealing is a long cry from cheating. In any case, we're not sure if Steffy's strategy is going to be as successful as she thinks. Finn's chance meeting with Daphne. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers suggest that when Finn came home in the Thursday, January 9, 2025 episode, he inquired who was in the car pulling away. Steffy revealed that it was her friend Daphne from Paris. Steffy told Finn that no man can resist Daphne, but if they are friends, then why wouldn't she bring her to Finn? Maybe there is a reason for that. Moving forward, Steffy is returning to the office. So, Finn will likely stop by Forrester Creations. During one of those visits, Daphne could meet Finn, and sparks could fly. Now, Daphne is reported to be alluring and she seems pretty haughty too. What if Daphne isn't just interested in one man, but both? However, Steffy isn't in charge anymore, so she wouldn't be able to terminate Daphne without approval. The surprises that this story can offer actually are infinite. Wouldn't it be intriguing if Steffy and Hope had to work together to protect both of their men from Daphne's false seduction? If Steffy believes Hope was a threat to her marriage, just wait until she gets burned by Daphne. Why Steffy should watch her back from seductress Daphne Rose after Bold and the Beautiful. Steffy's plan might not go as intended. Steffy claims that Daphne Rose is one of her good friends. She also knows that she's one heck of a seductress. Daphne can turn any man's head on the Bold and the Beautiful, even if he's already taken. Thursday's episode teased that Steffy should watch her back. Sinister plan. On the January 9th episode of B&B, Steffy divulged the details of her plan to Finn. She outlined how she will take back Forrester Creations. She will resume work soon. But first, Steffy had to organize a meeting with France's leading nose, Daphne Rose. This intriguing woman has a compelling fragrance and vibe. Just one whiff of her scarf makes people faint. Steffy keeps her friends close and her foes close. She knows that Daphne is the right woman to make Carter weak in the knees. She revealed to Finn why she hired Daphne. Steffy wants her to seduce Carter, ultimately dumping Hope. During their talk, Steffy termed Daphne seductive and provocative. However, she might want to reconsider working with the world's most beautiful lady. The wrong man. Finn was curious to know who was visiting Steffy. That's when she told him all about Daphne. Thankfully, he didn't take a smell of her scent. Yet. Something tells us that Steffy's plan isn't going as she intended. Daphne will use her seductive charms to take down another romance. In this shocking twist, she could wind up courting Finn instead. Steffy might consider Daphne a dear friend. But is she really? And how well does Steffy know her? On the surface, Daphne seems overly confident and stuffy. She only cares about two things: high-quality perfume and guys. Once Daphne meets Finn, she could change her mind about going after Carter. Finn could be more of Daphne's type. He's good-looking, affable, and unpretentious. It can be a fun challenge for the woman who has every man fall for her. This beguiling new woman will end up ensnaring someone else instead. Steffy's scheme is likely to backfire, and it could blow up in her face. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Taylor's betrayal secretly counsels Luna. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers claim that Taylor Hayes recently got a phone call about a patient. Taylor appeared bothered by the call. Interestingly enough, around the same time, Bill Spencer departed Luna Nozawa to do some job. Bill appeared quite furious with Luna nearly spilling the truth. So, might there be a connection? Could Bill persuade Taylor to advise Luna and keep it a secret from everyone, even Steffy Forrester Finnegan? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Bashing Brooke Logan B&B spoilers state that Brooke Logan has lost Ridge Forrester. After the takeover, Carter Walton offered Brooke the CEO position at Forrester Creations. Brooke took the job but with the purpose of finding a method to return the company to its original owners. B&B spoilers. Tridge reunite. Nobody understood Brooke's decision. In reality, Ridge has already moved on with Taylor. Then Steffy, Taylor, Ridge, and even Eric Forrester lambasted Brooke for her supposed treachery. While Steffy and Ridge keep gushing about how devoted and great Taylor is, nobody is perfect. Taylor and Steffy really do spend a lot of time condemning Brooke and Hope Logan without looking at their own sins. So, might there be a twist? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Nozawa's house arrest. The Bold and the Beautiful spoiler suggests that although Taylor and Ridge are getting closer, Bill was calling on every favor to help Luna. Bill succeeded to get Luna transferred from prison to house arrest. However, Bill can't allow anyone find out about what he is doing. Bill explains that he wants to help Luna. At some time, Bill will need to get a therapist there. Bill isn't a mental health professional, and with how deceitful and dangerous Luna is, there needs to be some kind of strategy. B&B spoilers. Taylor Hayes betrayal. Taylor got a work call while talking to Ridge and Eric about the takeover. Taylor excused herself and dealt with the call quietly. When Taylor returned, she seemed a touch hot and rattled. Taylor didn't mention who was on the phone and presumably can't because of the secrecy regulations. Could Bill have phoned Taylor to ask her expert input on how to handle Luna?
Bill might not state it's Luna, but maybe offers it as a hypothetical case. At the same time, when Taylor finds out it's Luna, could she keep that secret from everything, especially Steffy? Not only would Ridge dump Taylor for the betrayal, but it may wreck her relationship with Steffy as well. A thank you letter to Bold and Beautiful, and OMG, it's well earned. Here at Me, we always root for our shows. We want them to be as terrific as they can be and, ideally, as sharp and resonant as they were back in the day. Yeah, we're dreamers that way. But as often as not, we find ourselves slipping into cranky pants. So it is with great satisfaction that we express our deepest appreciation to the Bold and the Beautiful for introducing what we have no doubt will be the best new character of the year. From the second Muriel Hilaire's Daphne, I Don't Do Appointments, Rose walked on the scene in the January 7th episode, we knew that we were seeing something remarkable happen. The performance even made a point of making it feel like it was a capital E event. Daphne immediately came off like a completely fleshed out character, and an intriguing one at that. She'd entice Carter for pal Steffy, certainly, but not because doing so would present any obstacle whatsoever. It would only be a diversion for the stunner, and a demonstration of her devotion for the Forresters. Fantabulously, Daphne is above it all, and above everyone. She is funny. She is aloof. She is lovely. She has the confidence of 10 people. Can you see her ever simpering the way that Hope so often does? We haven't seen somebody so self-assured since we met Emily in Paris Sylvie. There is a challenge at play, however, and that is on the part of the show. It has given us possibly the best defined character since the OG Sally Spectra. Now it needs to, well, not to put a fine point on it, not bleep it up. Let Daphne stay unrepentantly precisely who she is, staring down her enviable nose at everyone around her. Let us delight to her adventures, revel in her ego. And is it even ego if she actually is, as she appears to be, all that and plus a bag of chips? We never saw Daphne coming, but mind you, are we delighted that she is here? She is the greatest fun to hit bold and beautiful in ages. The only thing better would be for Brooke to make good on her pledge to move on from Ridge. Oh, Taylor. Honey, no. The bold and the beautiful smart doc needs to smarten up. It's time for Taylor to break this destructive cycle. The bold and the beautiful Dr. Taylor Hayes is a woman who's gone through a whirlwind of love, heartbreak, and emotional upheaval. The accomplished psychiatrist has put herself through it for way too long. It's time for Taylor to smarten up, and, honey, that includes keeping out of Ridge's bed for good. Get your head on straight, Taylor. Let's rewind a bit, shall we? Taylor and Ridge's history is nothing short of soap opera gold. From their passionate, on-again, off-again romance to their repeated breakups, betrayals, and oh-so-close reunions, these two have gone down a very bumpy road. Unfortunately, Ridge has played Taylor like a fiddle more times than she'd like to admit, and yet, here she's again, letting him into her life like the prior decade of turmoil never occurred. It's time for Taylor to close that door once and for all. Daughter knows best, why, you ask? Well, let's look at the facts. Ridge has repeatedly favored Brooke above Taylor. Sure, their love story is epic in soap standards, but Taylor deserves better than to be the other woman in a never-ending love triangle. She's a clever, strong force with a profession, family, and let's not forget, a very cool reputation. She's not some consolation reward while Ridge and Brooke go on a vacation. It's 2025, Taylor. Time to take a leaf out of Steffy Forrester's book. Steffy knows what it takes to move on from unhealthy relationships. She's cut ties with her own ex, Liam, even after years of drama, because she knows her worth. It's time for Taylor to do the same. She's too brilliant, too gorgeous, and too independent to keep rushing back to a man who's already proved where his heart truly rests. Taylor should take a lesson from Steffy and focus on her own happiness, away from Ridge's ongoing heart games. Enough is enough. And here's the kicker. Taylor doesn't need Ridge. In truth, no one does. She deserves a love that's clear-cut and dedicated, not one that's continually in flux owing to someone else's hesitation. It's time for Taylor to find a man who sees her as the prize, not a backup. She's got a lot to contribute, and it's about time someone recognizes her for the intelligent, attractive lady she is. So, Taylor, honey, no more. Close the chapter on Ridge. It's time to take control of your love life, embrace your worth, and achieve true happiness. It's time for you to move on, and trust us, it's going to be fantastic. B&B spoilers. Secrets and betrayals. Is Taylor hiding a secret lover? The bold and the beautiful spoilers and updates show Taylor Hayes and Ridge Forrester have restored their romance. Although Taylor says that she's perfectly well on her own, fans can't help but suspect whether she's secretly been involved with someone all along. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Seems a bit odd a beauty like Taylor's been single this long. It's rather unexpected that Taylor has spent so many years without a romantic companion, and it's hard to believe. Could it be that a secret admirer is on their way to Los Angeles to reveal her hidden truth? Let's explore into the possibilities. Fans will recall that Taylor returned to Los Angeles under the idea that her life was at peril. However, it turned out to be a misdiagnosis, since she forgot to obtain any testing or speak with professionals. Fortunately, she was later identified with broken heart syndrome. This led to Ridge stepping in to aid Taylor with chakra healing sessions, which pushed them closer together. However, it was problematic, considering Ridge was engaged to Brooke Logan. B&B spoilers. Brooke Logan's betrayal. Carter Walton has cunningly outmaneuvered the Forrester family, capturing control of the company. The Forrester clan perceives Brooke's rise to CEO of Forrester Creations as a complete betrayal. Despite Brooke's attempts to clarify her position, Ridge remains uncertain. While taking a break might seem sensible, Ridge's rapid rush into bed with Taylor just an hour later raises suspicions. Then again, this is a soap opera, where logic often takes a back seat. Upcoming spoilers hint at Ridge and Taylor growing further closer. Although Taylor and Ridge did share a bed, Brooke incorrectly feels they have crossed that boundary, while in reality, they have yet to reach that point. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Ridge Forrester and Taylor Hayes' romantic reunion in a moment fraught with passion. They will lock lips in a heated embrace, driving Ridge to make a magnificent gown for Taylor. This ignites a stronger bond between them as they ultimately yield to their impulses. It's easy to see Ridge dropping on one knee and proposing to Taylor, a moment that would send Steffy Forrester Finnegan into a state of pure delight. This could also clear the door for Thomas Forrester to return for the wedding, fulfilling his long-held yearning to see his parents reconciled. Yet, one must wonder, has Taylor genuinely been alone all this time? It's more possible that she has a secret partner lurking in the shadows. Perhaps it wasn't something too significant for her. But what mayhem would arise if that man wanted to crash the wedding? How would Taylor justify her decisions, especially after casting judgment on others? Daphne Rose set the trap. Will Carter take the bait on Bold and the Beautiful? Daphne feels convinced that she met her match. But is Carter willing to abandon hope? Daphne Rose is shaking up the Bold and the Beautiful. She has her sights set on Carter. That's only because Steffy is secretly preparing something. Steffy found an innovative strategy to take down Forrester Creations' golden pair. Secret agent Daphne Rose landed in Los Angeles. Steffy hired her to work for Forrester Creations. There's a rationale for Steffy's strategy. She found a method to go to Carter's heart. Steffy understands that Daphne is one of the world's most eligible bachelorettes. She had men falling all over her. Now, Daphne is putting her sights on a new man. Carter is joyfully taken by hope. He's been struck by her for the past year. Daphne is looking to change up their relationship. She feels that he will fall in love with her once he gets to know her. On Wednesday's episode of B&B, Carter called Daphne. He assured her he would be pleased to work with her and requested for a follow-up appointment with her. Daphne expects this encounter will be one-on-one and outside the office. However, someone could get in the way of Daphne's intentions. Hope might attend the conference as well. After all, she hasn't focused on Hope for the future. Mr. Commitment Carter is everything Hope wants in a man. He's entirely committed and loyal to her, and she's never had someone on her side before. Up to this point, B&B viewers watched Carter's relationships. He ended up discarded. But Carter was never the dumper since he remained dedicated to his lovers no matter what. This might all change once Daphne enters the picture. She has a strategy to charm him with more than just beautiful perfume. She believes she will have him under his spell with her good beauty and enigmatic atmosphere. But would he be the sort to leave Hope for another woman? Will Hope discover that Carter is just like all the rest? Hope could get a wake-up call. She could realize that she made a mistake by rejecting Thomas's proposition. Also, she might find that most of the men in her life will have a divided heart, no matter what. Daphne could rock Hope's world in ways she's not aware of. She could regret booking this major business deal. Bold and beautiful horror. Luna's new obsession promises to unleash an old threat. How mean, bold, and beautiful. The soap let Electra assume that she could breathe easy once Remy was captured. But her horror hasn't finished. It's only begun, and it promises to get 100 times worse. In the January 6th episode, Luna ogled will in the time-honored manner of all dangerous daytime obsessives. But if she plans to pursue Sugar Daddy Bill's heir in the same frenzied manner as she did the elder Spencer, she faces a couple of problems. First, she's on house arrest and instructed to keep out of sight of anyone who stops by her protector's home. Obviously, as devious as Luna is, she can fix that problem by claiming that it isn't one at all. She can just wait for Will to pull up, and then accidentally get caught stepping out of the shower. In one smooth stroke, she might both entice him and unite them by having him keep it a secret that he knows she's shacked up with his dad. Luna's second challenge is perhaps the far bigger one. Electra. Will is one infatuated kitty. So how can the murderess move his head in her direction? But of course, by hiring help. And since Luna eavesdropped on the full story of Remy's preoccupation with the jeweler, she'd naturally think of him as the perfect accomplice to remove Electra from the picture. Kidnapping, anyone? Kidnapping with a Dear John letter left behind for a surprised Will. Perfection. But wait, you could argue Remy's in jail, right? How can he help? Police. He's only in bold and beautiful jail. Those bars bend so easily that Deacon got Sheila liberated only by begging a judge really sweetly. And Bill was able to take Luna home despite the fact that she murdered 2 people in cold blood. Given bold and beautiful reasoning, Remy might already have been given a Medal of Honor for working to educate people about the perils of AI. That being the case, Luna need just reach out to Remy and advise that, if Electra were to abruptly decide LA wasn't for her and disappear into the night with him, she could make sure that Will was too distracted by the new woman in his life to give chase. A crazy notion? Absolutely. But crazy is sorta both Luna and Remy's brand.
Thank you for your time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.